Hi everybody, I'm Larry Moody, City College Plymouth. Today I'm going to be doing a chili sauce, kind of like Lunch with Larry in conjunction with the Math Centre of Excellence. What I'm going to do is, I kind of made this up in the supermarket last night, a pineapple, maple syrup, dark rum, mango chili sauce. Somebody did say to me that Lunch with Larry was getting a bit tired, a bit dull, and I needed a younger, more attractive, more talented co-host. I couldn't find one, so I asked me mate, Ben Ozani, who is live with me via my iPad. Ben.
Thanks for having us, Larry. Yeah, I'm Ben. I work at the Math Centre at the college. It's great to be involved in one of these cooking videos. I'm going to be making a zug, which is a nice herby sauce. Lots of coriander, lots of green chilies, and it's going to go really nicely with the steak I'm going to have for dinner.
Okay, so what have I got to do first? I've got to do the kind of base element of the sauce. Nice and dark, rich, maple syrup. I'm going to add, do you know what? I'm going to add all of that because I love maple syrup. And that's going to reduce and make the dish, make the sauce nice and sticky. The tart element, sherry vinegar, I'm going to add roughly the same amount. The recipe will be, in fact, where will the recipe be, Ben? Will it be on the, will it be added to the actual film?
Yeah, so the recipes are going to be with the film, so you'll be able to download them, cook along, try them both.
A recipe would be with the film. So, maple syrup, sherry vinegar. What I've also got in the freezer is some toilet roll for later, obviously, is some dark rum. I'm probably going to add, let's think, about that much. Okay, so I'm going to say that's probably equal quantities of rum, vinegar and maple syrup. I'm going to get that on the heat to reduce, to make the base. That should start to kind of evaporate in a second. I'm going to throw to Ben, and then I'm going to do the base ingredient element of the sauce. Ben, how are you getting on, chef?
Cool, thanks, Larry. So what we've got here, we're about to dry roast some spices. So we've got some coriander seeds, some cumin seeds, and some cardamom seeds, which we've taken out of the pods. And we're just going to roast those over a gentle heat because we want them to become nice and aromatic, but we don't want to burn them. So you've got to watch those. You can obviously just buy the spices already ground, but if you want to make your own, it's a nice little touch to add to your.
Have you got a spice grinder, Ben?
No, so I'm going to be doing this by hand. So I've got a mortar and pestle here, so I'm going to be doing this by hand.
Mortar and pestle. Brilliant.
So Larry, back to you. What are you doing now?
Yeah, okay, so chilies, main ingredient. So I've got red bird's eye, and I think they're called fingers, green fingers. So, dead easy. I'm just going to roughly chop first, leaving the seeds in, leaving the pith in. We want the heat, we want the flavour, okay? And it's just a simple action of 3 fingers on top of the knife and chop away until I've got almost a paste, because a big chunk of chilli isn't going to be that great to bite through. Up to me, Jim. To me, Lord. So, if you want to add a bit of salt to the board at this point, just to stop it pinging around all over the place. This takes quite a while, and I want it nice and mushy, almost a paste. What I could do is use the pestle for it and really, really, really get it nice and pasty, but I need the pestle for the garlic and ginger, which is what I'm going to do next. Okay? Ben, how are you getting on, chef?
Larry? Sorry, that was the most important bit of my cook. Had to concentrate. I'm just going to put these in the mortar and pestle, and I'm going to give them a grind up until we've made a coarse paste. So what I've done, I've added in some salt and some pepper, and we're just going to grind that away until it's a fine little paste. And then I'll get onto my chilies. So I've got green chilies and dried red chilies for this sauce.
You've gone for dried chilies as well?
Yeah, so I've mixed fresh chilies and dried chilies.
Dried chilies, they give that extra kind of, I'm going to say smokiness, but it's not really smokiness, is it? But the heat is just something else, isn't it, dried chilies?
So with the mortar and pestle, you do get a coarse paste quite quickly. So it doesn't take very long at all. Over to you, Larry. What's your next step?
Okay, so chilies, nice and finely chopped. I think garlic and ginger, they're going to go in the pestle, because what I really want is the garlic and the ginger not to burn or overheat when it goes in that, because that'll be a syrup in a minute, and that's going to be really hot. So I'm going to take that right down to an absolute mush, and that'll give a different kind of flavour, and of course it won't stay in its, it won't stay in large chunks and it won't burn quite so easily. So, chilies, nice and fine, garlic ginger paste. I'm going to add a bit of salt to that, I think. Bosh. So, chilies, garlic ginger. If you just look in the pan, Lloydie, you see how that's coming down a little bit? That smells almost Christmassy with the brandy and the vinegar. Okay, so that's, well, I'll turn that down now. All right, okay. Ben, over to you, bro.
So this is my favourite bit. If you ever struggle to get garlic out the skin, if my camera person comes a little bit closer, what I quite like doing is just giving it a little whack and it comes out, so you can just whack them and you can get them out. And because we're just going to blend this all together, you don't need to chop it up too much, just go straight into your hand blender and the skins come off nice and easy. So I've chopped up my green chilies, they're going into the blender. Need one more bit of garlic, so I'm putting in 4 cloves of garlic because I quite like garlic. But I'm also putting with it some parsley. So Larry, I don't know if you know, people always put parsley with garlic because it's something to do with the odour.
Yeah. Or an even better way of negating that garlic breath kind of scenario is when you cut it in half lengthways, take the stalk out of the middle. I find you can eat twice as much. It's a lot sweeter, not quite as acrid.
Top tip for all you garlic lovers.
Of which there are many.
So these are the dry chilies I'm putting in. Just some nice red chilies. You don't need to chop them up too much. We're making quite a coarse sauce over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I nearly forgot. So those spices that we dry toasted as well, they're going into the blender too. So just tip them in.
You know when your sauce is finished, Ben, are you going to blitz it all?
Yeah. So it's not going to be a smooth paste, it's going to be quite a coarse paste, but if you want a smoother paste, you can blend it more. So we're going to pulse it rather than blend it completely.
Because I'm going to leave mine really chunky, like...
Yeah, it's going to be quite chunky.
Yeah. Not too chunky, Okay.
Over to you, Larry. What's next on yours?
Sorry, camera. I'm dealing with 2 cameras here. Shallot adds a lot more dry punch than an onion, and an onion will give you much kind of down to the board. An onion will give you a much juicier, much wetter kind of texture. I find that shallot it's a lot drier and it has a lot more heat and a lot more punch. I could probably get that a little bit finer because that is a little bit too chunky for me actually.
So shallots, your posh onions.
Sorry, Ben?
Shallots, your posh onions.
Hey Ben, that's shallot.
Nice.
That's shallot.
That's what I wanted.
I had to get that in somewhere. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm maybe going to address this pineapple. So, this knife's not very sharp. Pineapple, top and tail it. I'm not going to peel it all the way round, obviously, because we haven't got a lot of time, but I'm just going to take, God, those shallots are strong. I'm just going to take some of the peel off the outside, and do I need that much? I'm going to save that much. And I'm going to try and get that as finely diced as possible, okay? So, let's have a look. Because rum and pineapple and maple syrup do go together quite well.
Sounds delicious, Larry.
How they're going to taste in this sauce, I don't quite know. So Ben, I've got my pineapple, shallot, chilli, garlic, ginger on the go. Where are you at, bro?
So I'm just zesting a lemon. So this is going to be like a really herby but nice zesty sauce as well. So I'm just zesting the lemon. So get some lemon zest in there. So what we've got in here now is we've got our fresh parsley, our fresh coriander, you can see our garlic, our nice herbs and spices in there. And then I'm going to squeeze in some lemon as well. So if you've ever watched a TV chef, they always do it through their hands.
Ben, can I just say, I don't want to interrupt, but you've been a lot more chefy than I am.
Sorry.
In your spices, zesting your lemon, squeezing it through your hands.
So you squeeze it through your hands though, Larry, so don't get your pips in there.
Yeah, I know, it's just one of those things that chefs do, isn't it?
Ugh. And I've dropped my lemon. That's me trying to be too chefy, Larry.
That makes me feel a little bit better. Right.
Right, Larry, I'm going to ask you some questions in a minute.
In fact, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah?
Okay. As you work in the Maths Centre of Excellence, Ben, right?
Yeah.
If you have 5 coffee breaks in the morning and 5 coffee breaks in the afternoon,
Yes.
how many have you had?
10 coffees?
Well, there you go. There you go. I'm not saying you don't do a lot, but...
I see what you've done there.
Yeah.
So, Larry, just before I do this bit then, can I ask you a question? What's your favourite bit of your job?
My favourite bit of my job is communication.
So I didn't quite catch that, Larry.
My favourite bit of my job...
Sorry, I was just pulsing. One more time.
My favourite bit of my job is making a mug out of you on the football pitch.
Oh. So what we've got now is starting to get a little bit coarse, but we need to add another ingredient in there to get it a little bit smoother. So that's where we've got a nice olive oil. So just drizzle in about 100 mils we're going to go for. So sorry, Larry, I'm just going to pulse again.
Yeah, okay.
So what we're doing, we're pulsing rather than keeping it on, because that means it's going to be a little bit chunkier than if it was done another way. So then we're going to have to taste it, try it, and see if we want to add anything else. But Larry, I'm really interested in rum, pineapple and maple syrup, because that sounds amazing and makes me think of the summer.
I once made a dessert at the college for I think it was a Caribbean themed event, if my memory serves me well, and I made like a spiced pineapple, mango, rum, brown sugar and chilli dessert, and it was really nice. And I was walking around the supermarket last night and I just saw maple syrup and I totally changed my mind as to what I was going to do, because I think they all go together really well. My only problem is, you know, coriander goes in everything these days on telly.
Yeah.
My only problem is, will coriander go with it? But this is a cookery thing and I think it would be wrong not to do it. So I'm going to put a bit of coriander in as well, because...
Coriander, are you one of these people who thinks coriander tastes like soap?
Yeah, I don't like it at all, but you hear these people go, the coriander's really coming through. It's kind of expected these days to be in a cookery demonstration, so I'll put it in. So on the chopping board here, Lloyd, is pretty much everything. Chilli, garlic, pineapple, mango, coriander, and I'm going to put some salt on it as well. And in the pestle and mortar...
You got a pestle and mortar too?
I have got a pestle and mortar too.
Nice. I think we've got enough spices.
So I have been a little bit chefy. Okay. Just have a look at that pan again, Lloyd. That's the reduction happening there, and I think I'm going to get this a little bit finer, Lloyd. I'm going to get this a little bit finer. Then it's going to go in, and then I'm going to boil it until it's nice and soft. Okay? Alright.
I'm just going to do my final blitz. I've just tasted for seasoning, and I think it tastes pretty good. So we've emulsified it a little bit. It's got a fair old kick to it.
Yep. I suppose I'd better taste mine, hadn't I? I was going to taste my reduction, Ben. The brandy brown sugar and brandy maple syrup and vinegar.
Yum. How's it tasting?
Exactly how I wanted it to.
Perfect. I'm going to add a bit more coriander into mine because I've gone a bit too heavy on the parsley.
Then I'm going to throw my chopped ingredients in now, so I'm pretty much sorted, chef. How are you getting on?
Final blend, and my sauce is good to decant.
Okay. So I think when we get our ingredients into the pan, we can edit down the cooking process, can't we? Yeah? Is that yours? Are you done?
I'm done.
Aye. Right, okay. Well, I'm not. Cut. Guys, everything's chopped, everything's mashed, everything's boiled. It just goes together now, and it boils for a few minutes till it's nice and sticky. So, mango, pineapple, coriander, chili, garlic, ginger, shallot. It is a little bit chunky, but I think it looks okay. And it's that thing where TV chefs always describe how it smells and you've got no idea, but this smells, I don't know, it does smell really nice. I've just got to boil that away now until it becomes a little bit jammy. I mean, it's almost there, until it becomes a little bit jammy and a little bit sticky. To me, Lloyd? Okay, so all I got to do is wait for that to boil down, thicken up a little bit, and I'm there. Thank you.
I'm just finishing up.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting everything out, plated into a little bowl. So I've got a nice yug, which is a green chili sauce from Yemen, which tastes nice and garlicky, and there's definitely some heat there. What about yours?
You know when people do a Thai, Mexican, Caribbean, Indian kind of, they say, that's what I'm going to do. What they really mean is, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's pretty much what I've done. So I've got a mango, pineapple, chili, brandy, dark rum, maple syrup, chili sauce. When that cools down, that'll thicken to like a syrupy kind of jam kind of consistency that you'd get in a chili sauce bottle. Let me just taste it again.
And Larry, just before you taste it, if I make your sauce, can I get drunk on your sauce?
No, because the alcohol is burnt off. For all of those, people that are not old enough to take alcohol, the alcohol is burnt off. Sorry, I didn't make that point earlier on. God, this is hot.
Don't burn yourself, Larry.
Yeah, okay, all right. That needs to calm down a little bit. I need to blow me. Right, okay, guys. That's my sauce. That'll cool down in the fridge and go nice and jammy and nice and kind of, I don't know, silky smooth. Right.
So I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of the Chili Challenge. If you would like to have a go at making Larry's or Ben's chili sauce, then the recipes will be on our Google site, which we'll post in the link below the video. And we're also on social media, so if you'd like to follow the Mass Centre, we are at Massco on Twitter and Instagram. We post regular updates with all our resources that are being released. We have a YouTube channel, which is the Mass Centre for Excellence CCP. So on there you'll find handy revision clips, also some virtual maths trips that we've done, and information about how you use your math skills within different careers and industries. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.
It's a number that's only divisible by 1. It's not divisible, it's what? Brains.
Right.
Right.
Oh!
Oh, it even says it stings on the bottle.
That is spiteful. That is spiteful. I didn't press record.